Hi everyone, this is Angelica again. How are you? Today I'm going to talk about something really important to me and to probably many of you. Um, and not sure if everyone is quite going through this, but I'm suspecting that most will at some point in time in the future. So I'm going to talk about spiritual awakenings, and I only talk from my own experience and what I've experienced and what I've seen others going through as well. And just so you can have a little bit of understanding about where I'm coming from, I'm not particularly involved in any kind of religion. I've studied all religions, and I believe that there is a common thread through them all, that they're all trying to create a higher sense of love for themselves and humanity. So other than that, any other beliefs or thoughts or anything, things that divide or create anything other than unity between people, I don't necessarily believe in any of that. So I go on my own spirituality, what I've learned through my own experiences and what I've learned from speaking with my higher self or the higher inner light. It's something that's within and it's without. It's everywhere. It's everything. It's everybody that connects. So if you are going through something like a spiritual awakening or something that seems to be a little bit difficult to get through, then this video might help you. Just so you know a little bit about me, when I was younger, I realized that I was here, but didn't quite fit in because I realized that, whoa, there's a lot of stuff going on here that's really sad and hurtful to me. People didn't seem as happy as they truly could be. I could kind of see behind the physical and see that I could see people's souls and see who they really were and who they were meant to be, but it seemed like there was a barrier to that. So as I grew up in a dysfunctional family somewhat. I had a really, what you could say, difficult childhood that I'm very thankful for and blessed to have had, because it's given me a lot of experience and enabled me to help other people. So I'm happy for it, but I have gone through a very troubled type of life. In order to learn different lessons and in order to raise my spiritual, my soul's evolution, if you want to call it that. So in about 2005 is when I started, I kind of got hit with this energy of like, whoa, big changes. And sometimes it'll happen to people because they're looking for it, and sometimes it'll just hit you and it'll just really, it can be really difficult and intense if you're not expecting it. Or it's not that I wasn't expecting it, but I had something, what you would call a Kundalini awakening, which is the fire within becomes ignited and comes out to clear the blockages, the pain, the anything holding you back from your highest potential. Will come out and will come up for you to look at and for you to try to release so you can be your highest self. So it's been a very difficult journey for me, and in 2007 is when I got hit with it really big time, to the point where I had what's called, they call it dark night of the soul, where I didn't fit in anywhere. It was really depressed, and I knew that I had a higher calling, but I didn't know how to achieve it. So I started getting messages from my intuition, my inner guidance, or what you would call the higher self, about what I was here to do and what my actual purpose was. And so, but along with that higher level of thinking and that higher spiritual guidance came a lot of pain. And the pain comes from purging out all of the things that don't fit with that higher version of you. So initially, a spiritual awakening will be spurred on or will create a huge crisis in your life. So you will have some sort of crisis. Possibly you will have to get another job, you will move, you will, the people that you hung out with, you can't hang out with anymore, you don't know who you are, because everything that I believed up to that point has got to change, and so you don't know where you're going, and you don't know, you can't be where you're at, and so it's a scary place to be when nothing quite fits. And I think a lot of people right now might be in this situation because it seems to me from the people that I have experienced and from going through it myself, we are evolving spiritually. We are evolving as a species. We are becoming more unity-minded, more love-based, more conscious of our earth and each other. And we are, in order to become like that, we have to go through this process. Unless maybe you don't, that would be really lucky. But most people will have to go through this because they have to leave behind the old to bring in the new. And it's letting go of that old that I think people have trouble with. And so you can be comforted in knowing that as these feelings and emotions and past blocks are coming out, you may be feeling them like they're happening again, but that's what's required for them to move through your body and move out. And you become lighter and lighter and lighter. And one of the things that really helps with this is eating a raw food diet. Raw foods help your physical body to become lighter, and in turn will help your whole being become lighter. And so it really aids along the process. And so you got to get the dense feelings, thoughts, emotions out, and the dense foods out at the same time. So they work hand in hand, and so it's really important to change your diet when you're going through this. So for about the next 3 or 4 years of my life after 2007, I went through a kind of dark phase, also from that fire, that Kundalini fire that was burning out all the stuff and enlightening me at the same time. It kind of burned out my system. Like I went to these really high heights into other realms and dimensions. All kinds of stuff was happening to me, and it was really strange. And I wasn't expecting any of that. So what comes up must come down. And so I came back down and was like, whoa. And, you know, a lot of my system, my glands, my hormones seemed to be burnt out, and I was really tired and exhausted from the whole experience. And now I'm coming out of that, and from time to time I will get flooded with the Kundalini energy again, but not so often, and now it's way more balanced, and I'm way more grounded, and I'm able to share my experience and to do the work that I found out I was here to do during this whole process. Now, everybody's experience is going to be different. This is just my experience, and I know everyone will go through it in a different way, but I thought I'd just let you know how it was for me so that it could possibly help you, and to know that if you are going through this period of a few years' time where you just don't know what you're doing, where you're going, you're not who you were, you're not who you are yet, you feel really sad and depressed, a lot of loss, grief, and pain, just know that that passes. It does go away, and I didn't know that it was going to go away when I was going through it, because like I said, I'd been taken to these high heights and shown all these things. But then at the same time, I had to become grounded again and take that information that I learned and actually use it in the real world. And in order to do that, I had to feel the pain and go through the process. It's all a process, and you have to go through it. So, like I said, you will usually be shown a special mission or a certain purpose that you might have, or you will become awakened to your purpose and why you're here. And you will be shown a greater love, a higher love, kind of like an unconditional love, a love for all of humanity, a love for the whole earth, and a real driving purpose. A feeling like you're here to do something to help others. And that's why you're here. So you will be given something like that, and you will know what your actual divine mission is while going through this. But you just sometimes won't know how to put it into action, and that is the hard part. So you just try little things and just experiment, with people and see how you and your mission fits within the context of the greater world and the greater whole, and how you can be of best service. And Spirit will always protect you and help you and guide you. The problem is that we get in the way and we get upset and we're like, why is this happening to me? And, well, I did anyway, like it just didn't seem fair. I'd already been through so much and now this. And, but I'm very grateful because, it is my greatest, my greatest, happiness is to help others, and that is really what I've always known about myself, but didn't quite know how to do it in a way that would be beneficial. So doing these videos is one part of my mission, and so I'm really happy to be doing this for you, and I hope that it's helping. Now, this could take years and years to go through this whole spiritual awakening process, and it still never ends. You're still always going to be taken higher and higher. And I think the more people that go through this, the more we'll see it in the outer world. And we already are, even though people focus on the negative. I think the world is evolving, and we are raising our consciousness, and we are becoming more loving and more compassionate. We are awakening. So we are becoming awakened to what we need to do here. And we need to love each other, love our earth, love the animals and the plants, and come together and work together in communities and be happy. That's what we're here to do. So I think further along that we go, this is really going to become a reality for us, and it's really exciting, but at the same time, it takes some practical work. We have to merge the two. We have to merge the spirit with the physical realm. It's like heaven on earth, if you want to call it that. I like the way that sounds. So we have to bring heaven onto earth and create that love and that harmony here. So if you are going through a spiritual awakening, and if you have any questions for me, please send me a comment or email me. Go to my website, angelstartherapies.com. You can set up a spiritual counseling session with me under the services tab. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, and one quick thing, I don't make videos on the weekends, I just make them Monday through Friday, so if there's a couple days that I don't make a video, now you know why. All right, everybody, have a great day.